Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We are focusing in and zooming back in on the topic of the covert narcissist and responding to a viewer inquiry, a question that we got in that she had put forth, basically stating that she never felt validated by this individual in her life, even though she had taken for granted the many years that she had been with this person for so long. The fact that he never took any pictures, was not there for her when she was sick. He just took everything that she did for granted. There was never any appreciation. There was never any outward show. He basically just did not make the effort. And really, the covert narcissist, that is their personality construct, is that oftentimes they don't go that extra mile. They tend to be, I don't want to say that they're cheap, but they just don't, always feel comfortable giving credit where credit is due. They don't, they're not very good communicators in that way. They're more self-absorbed. They're more just attending to whatever it is that they need to get through the day, whether it's a good meal, a good movie, just kind of retreating into their fantasy world through, their internet, or through their drinking in the basement, or tinkering around with the car in the garage, or whatever it is that they want to do. They're very very independent like this. They're very autonomous. They're very much alone when they're with that. And then, yet they don't really show appreciation. And I think oftentimes people, there goes my hat, are too busy they're too busy loving this person or doing what it is that they need to do. They're on autopilot, they're on auto drive. My hat just went in the water, so yippee! They're just too much on autopilot for them to kind of analyze. It's too hurtful. They would, when people get into enabling the narcissist, they very much want, live in a denial state until really, something comes rock bottom where they're sick and this person isn't there. They're broken down emotionally and physically. They can't, do things around the house the way that they used to. And then they're basically like, you need to pitch in here, and then there's not that ability, there's not that energy. So oftentimes that's where the rock bottom occurs, and that's really where you need to begin and look at the new part of your life moving forward and saying, okay, this is getting real now. I'm no longer going to live in denial. I'm no longer going to deprive myself of the truth and what I deserve. So now it becomes this painful opening up of really being able to identify what's going on and what you need, and to speak that up. And even if you're, on what I call sea legs, even if your voice is shaking, even if your legs are buckling, you need to speak up for what you need, and you need to really acknowledge that validation and begin to seek that. And, if there's a smear campaign going on where people think that you're crazy, that may be, but that hopefully will subside when you're able to have an open up the emotional channel between these people, where maybe you had not before. And always give testimony or share your story with fact basis, and don't overreact or emotionalize things, because that oftentimes will push the people away from what you're trying to communicate. It's Peace and Harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.